The first game we're looking at this weekend is Arsenal against Sunderland at the Emirates Stadium. And the only place to start really, Steve, is Arsenal's 2-1 defeat in Portugal to FC Porto the other night. Defensively, absolutely shocking performance from Arsenal with Fabianski in goal and the mix-up with Porto's second goal. And you've been saying for a long time, you know, you don't think they're quite good enough to win something this season, Arsenal, even though they might be in the hunt. It's not going to do them any favours going into a league game, is it, playing like that in Europe?
No, and it wasn't the easiest game either, was it? It was a bit of it was to and fro. There was, you know, at times they were put under a fair amount of pressure. They're a decent side, it's got to be said. I think that has to take into context the opposition, because Porto at home, you know, I think they've only ever been beaten once by an English side. Away from home, they're a different kettle of fish, and you know, Arsenal will probably look to that and say that's not a bad result. But as you say, there are a few things in there, a few cracks in that performance. Weren't there?
Absolutely right. Do you think there could be a hangover in the early stages of this game against Sunderland?
Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, I know it's not the furthest place to go in the world, but you know, you've still got to get on a plane, you've still got to go over there, stay there for the day, you've got to get yourself back either late at night or the next day. And quite possibly, you know, it was, as I say, it was a tough game. It's a big pitch, it's an open pitch, it's a very open game as well. So, yeah, I mean, there's no doubt they're lactic in the legs, and it just might take a while to get that out.
Yeah, it should do.
I don't think Sunderland will go there with any real intentions of getting anything other than to close this game down. So.
No. Would you expect a defensive performance?
I'd certainly do, yeah. I don't expect Sunderland to be anything other than that. A draw at Arsenal's a fantastic result.
Yeah, it certainly would be. Sunderland are without a win in their last 10 league games going into this match. They've drawn 6 of them, and they've lost the other 6. Looking at the prices on the game with William Hill, Arsenal are as short as you'd imagine. They're 5-1 on to win the game. The draw is available at 5-1 as well, and Sunderland are 14-1. Well, our first bet is on Sunderland on the Asian handicap. We're backing them with a 2-goal start. Now, this was available at 17-20 before Arsenal's defeat in Portugal. It's now come in to 13-20, but we're still backing it. You'll have a winning bet if Sunderland lose the game by a single goal, or if they draw or win the game. If Sunderland lose by 2 goals, you'll get your stakes back. You'll only lose if Sunderland lose by 3 goals or more. And our second bet is on the half-time draw. That's available at 2-1. We think it will take Arsenal a little bit of time to readjust after that defeat in Portugal, so that's our second bet on the game.